Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
Washington Post World, September 15, 1201 America, New York. The U.S. was a global leader in vaccinations. Now it's falling behind. After racing ahead of all other major countries earlier this year, the United States is about to have the lowest proportion of fully vaccinated people among the wealthy group of 7 nations.
September 15, 7-11 America, New York. Third child tax credit payments set to go out to families. Millions of families will soon receive their third child tax credit payments, which are set to be distributed on September 15.
Washington Post World, September 15, 7:08 America, New York. Iran resumes commercial flights to Afghanistan. Iran Wednesday resumed commercial flights to Afghanistan that had been halted after the Taliban assumed power, news agencies reported.
World CBS News, com. September 15, 7:05 America, New York. Court rejects suit by ex-intern at center of China's #MeToo movement. Zhou Xiaoxuan claims a famous talk show host harassed her when she interned at state TV, but a Beijing court says there's not enough evidence for a case.
BBC News World, September 15, 6:58 America, New York. EU needs to step up on defense, says von der Leyen. Ursula von der Leyen says the EU needs the political will to intervene militarily without the US.
Washington Post World, September 15, 6:57 America, New York. Female Afghan soccer players flee to Pakistan, joining exodus of women and girls. Female lawmakers, human rights activists, athletes and others have all fled Afghanistan, unswayed by the Taliban's promises.
September 15, 6:49 America, New York. Enton breaks down what California voters had to say. CNN's Harry Enton breaks down how voters in California felt about Governor Gavin Newsom, challenger Larry Elder, and the issues at hand during the state's recall election.
Mirror World News, September 15, 6:45 America, New York. Todd's withdrawal to eczema cream leaves him with sores so bad people thought he had leprosy. Savannah Lacroix, 25, says doctors failed to warn her that little Boaz's skin could become addicted to the steroid cream after she began applying it to treat mild eczema.
New York Times World News, September 15, 6:37 America, New York. A COVID referendum. California voters rejected the attempt to remove Governor Gavin Newsom from office. Gov. Gavin Newsom avoided a recall and will remain governor of California.
September 15, 6:23 America, New York. Car prices are about to soar again. Blame Ida. Just when car prices look like they were edging down from their record highs, they're heading skyward again. It's Hurricane Ida's fault.
RT World News, September 15, 6:21 America, New York. South Korea hails successful test of submarine-launched ballistic missile, after 2 Korean projectiles land off Japan. South Korea's military successfully trialed a new submarine-launched ballistic missile in the presence of its president just hours after Pyongyang fired rockets into the sea off Japan.
BBC News World, September 15, 6:18 America, New York. Saudi Arabia camel carvings dated to prehistoric era. A new study suggests the sculptures are the oldest large-scale animal reliefs in the world.
PowerPost, September 15, 6:11 America, New York. Tom Vilsack is reassuring farmers that Biden's proposal will help them. And Gavin Newsom is projected to win in California's recall.
CNN.com World, September 15, 6:11 America, New York. Both North and South Korea fire ballistic missiles as tensions rise on peninsula. Both North and South Korea tested ballistic missiles on Wednesday, ratcheting up tensions exponentially in what was already one of the most volatile regions on the planet.
September 15, 6:02 America, New York. Climate measures in budget bill could cut nearly 1 billion ton of emissions per year by 2030, analysis finds. 6 major climate provisions in congressional Democrats' massive budget bill could slash U.S. greenhouse gas emissions by nearly 1 billion ton per year by 2030, a new analysis from the nonpartisan Rhodium Group found. September 15, 6:01 America, New York. FBI's failures in Larry Nassar probe on display as Senate hears testimony from gymnasts. The Senate Judiciary Committee will hear testimony Wednesday from 4 elite gymnasts, Simone Biles, Michaela Maroney, Maggie Nichols and Ali Raisman, who say they were abused by Larry Nassar, the former USA gymnastics team doctor who is now serving a several-decade prison sentence. Fox World News. September 15. 5:51 America, New York. Canadian man crushed to death by his own car at drive-thru was doting father of 2. A Canadian father of 2 was killed last week in a freak accident at a Vancouver McDonald's drive-thru when he was crushed by his own car, according to reports.
Mirror World News. September 15. 5:44 America, New York. Wife of U.S. Marine killed in Kabul blast gives birth to baby girl named after him. Riley McCollum was sent to Afghanistan to help with evacuations when he was killed in the Kabul terror blast. He was due home in October. Earlier this week, his wife Gigi gave birth to her daughter Levi Riley Rose, named after the father she will never meet. BBC News World. September 15. 5:29 America, New York. Ex-models demand change over French sex abuse laws. French law says the models have run out of time to start criminal proceedings over sexual assault. CNN.com World. September 15. 5:14 America, New York. EU chief announces extra $4.7 billion in climate funds for Global South and challenges US to step up. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen announced an additional €4 billion, $4.7 billion, in climate finance to transfer to developing nations on Wednesday, while calling on the US and the bloc's other allies to start paying their fair share.
New York Times World News. September 15. 5:09 America, New York. EU to create new agency for pandemic response. Ursula von der Leyen, president of the EU's executive arm, also said the bloc would donate 200 million additional vaccine doses to middle and low-income countries by mid-2022. In her annual speech on the State of the Union, Ursula von der Leyen described vaccination discrepancies as one of the greatest geopolitical issues facing nations.
September 15. 5:01 America, New York. Here's everything we know about the September 18th right-wing rally in D.C. The September 18th right-wing rally in Washington, D.C., has brought a new wave of concern about more potential violence on Capitol Hill as law enforcement prepares for a variety of scenarios.
Washington Post World. September 15. 5 o'clock America, New York. How Belarus's cyber partisans exposed secrets of Lukashenko's crackdowns. The group of self-taught hackers say they have amassed a huge database tracking alleged abuses.